Hello, this is James. So this week I wanted to look at a lot of things. With all the reading and everything else going on, honestly, I'm not a very religious person in the past. So this class has been a little interesting, to say the least. But I decided to go with Bishop Andrew, and for a couple reasons. One, he seemed like he had good intentions, and then he didn't. The future generations have painted him different ways. So James Osgood Andrew was born on May 3rd, 1794 in Elbert County, Georgia, today known as the granite capital of the world. Although the God in America stated the video that Andrew only inherited an enslaved person, the Oxford Historical Society suggests that the bishop could have owned two enslaved people as early as the 1830 census from Clark County. Now that's just 36 miles as bird flies from Elbert County. So in theory, it could happen. That could be him. So in 1834, James received his bishophood and held that position until 1844 within the Methodist Church, when he was voted out 68 to 110. Or the Northerners, the Northern Methodists, said, "Hey, you're done. You own slaves." The emancipation and the abolition movement was very strong at that time. So they break off and go to the northern portion of the Methodist Church and then the southern portion of the Methodist Church. What really sparked my interest was that he was defended by Augustus Longstreet. Longstreet was president of Emory College, now Emory University in Georgia. Later in Longstreet's life, he became president of South Carolina College, which I'm researching right now, and stayed there until 1861. South Carolina College would be later known as the University of South Carolina. Longstreet was also the uncle of Confederate General James Longstreet from the Battle of Gettysburg and various other Civil War era battlefields. Both Andrews and Longstreet are both buried in cemeteries with Oxford in them. I sort of thought that was interesting. So in Philip N. Mulder's book, A Controversial Spirit, Mulder argues that Methodist, Baptist, Presbyterians wanted to save souls, which is always a good thing, but disagreed over the right definition of it and which was the true religion. And rift between right and wrong, and eventually the Methodist way of thinking was that I'm better than you, which I don't think that's a very good thing to say. So questions to consider that I found is, did Bishop Andrew's view on slavery have an impact on South Carolina or the South? What changes were made, if any, to reinforce their belief in slavery? But did they still teach 100% Methodist views? Could the Methodist faith have been saved? And was the Civil War over slavery, or was it over religious beliefs? Who was right and who was wrong? Obviously, I think the United States was the right thing to do to end slavery. So I just thought it was interesting on that side of the house. Have a good day.